In this video, I'll be showing you how to single crochet. I will be using US terms throughout all of my crochet tutorials, and I'll include a translation in the description below if you'd rather work with UK crochet terms. So I already have a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches on my hook, or one turning chain, and that is because I'm using single crochet. So single crochet requires one turning chain. Remember, the stitch that is on your hook doesn't count. So what we're going to do first is we're going to just hold our yarn in place. So wrap it around your little pinky, use your index finger to hold the tension, and then pinch your work at the base of where you're working. Now we're going to crochet into the second chain from our hook. So you can see we don't include this one. This is the first chain here, and this is the second chain here. So if you want to know how to count your chains, you can just see there's a series of V's as you go down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So we want to be working into this chain here. Go straight into this stitch. So you currently have your working chain and your second chain from the hook on your hook. Now we want to yarn over, and we're going to pull that yarn through that stitch like so. Then you want to yarn over again and pull that through both of the stitches on your hook. That is your first single crochet. So let's do that again. So you can see this is the stitch we've just worked into. We want to now go into this stitch here. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull that yarn through. Then you want to yarn over again and pull that yarn through both of those chains. We want to go into our third chain, yarn over, pull that through, then yarn over again, pull that through both loops. So you can start to see it's building some height and it's getting a little bit more dense. So continue to work through all of the chains or all of the stitches on your chain. So insert into stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, pull through again. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again. And don't worry if your work curls slightly, that's normal. It's just the nature of crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over again, pull through. Now don't worry if you struggle a little bit with your first row. The first row of crochet into the initial chain is the trickiest one because it has the least rigidity. So don't worry too much if you are struggling. Just take your time, make sure your stitches aren't too tight or too loose. Remember to use your pinky and your index finger to hold your tension even, and it will take a little while to get to grips with your natural tension. And then our last chain, so you can see here, this is where our slip knot was. There is one more to go through here. I just want to go through that one. That might be a little bit tighter than your other stitches depending on how tight your slip knot was, and pull through. So that is our first row of single crochets. Now, like I mentioned before, single crochet requires one turning chain. So you want to just chain one more, then rotate your work. So we're going to go back along this way. Generally, if you're right-handed, you'll always work right to left with crochet. So now things start to get a little bit different. So again, we're going to work into the second chain from our hook. So this stitch doesn't count. This stitch is the first stitch, this is the second stitch. Now, whereas before we were just working through that first stitch, now we'll be working through both. So you'll see there's two strands at the top of your stitch here. So we'll be going through both of those strands. So you want to insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, yarn over and pull that through, yarn over and pull that through again. try and do this as clear as I can for the camera. So we're going to insert the hook here. So I'll turn it that way so you can see I'm going into both stitches. And then we want to yarn over, pull that through, yarn over again, pull it through again. And continue that process, making sure you're catching both the front loop and the back loop of each stitch. And keep going until you reach the end of your row. Okay, then when you reach the end of your row, you'll see it looks a little bit different. So this is where we've done our turning chain. So you can see here there are 2 loops to work your hook through. It might be a little bit trickier because this stitch tends to be a bit tighter. So you might have to wiggle your hook through those last 2 and make sure you yarn over, pull through and yarn over, pull through again. And like we did before, you want to have 1 turning chain for the end of your row. And that is 2 rows of single crochet. Then you just repeat all those steps. Make sure you're going through both strands of yarn for each stitch and continue to add 1 turning chain stitch at the end of each row. Hope you enjoyed that video and check out my other tutorial videos for more.